Good day, kids. Today we're about to discuss dividing simple fractions and mixed fractions. Are you ready? So let's take a look at lesson 1, dividing simple fractions. So always remember that in dividing simple fractions, you need to multiply the dividend to the reciprocal of the divisor. The inverted form of the divisor is called the reciprocal. So for example, 3/5. Its reciprocal is 5/3. So ato ra si Jang balihon, no? Okay? So let's say for example, 6/8 divided by 1/2. 6/8 is the dividend and 1/2 is the divisor. Now the reciprocal of the divisor is, which is 1/2, would become 2 and 1, or 2/1. So it would become 6/8 times 2/1. So we are going to multiply it. No, we're going to multiply 6/8 from the reciprocal of the divisor 1/2, which is 2 and 1. Now, 4/5, another example. 4/5 divided by 1/2 is equals to n. Let's try this equation. Step 1, get the reciprocal of the divisor. So the divisor is 1/2, so the reciprocal of the divisor is 10/1. So step 2, multiply the dividend to the reciprocal of the divisor. So it would become 4/5 times 10/1. So 4/5 times 10/1, let's step number 3. We're going to multiply the numerator first. So 4 times 10 is equals to 40. And then step number 4, multiply the denominator, which is 5 times 1 is equals to 5. So the answer is 40/5. Now step number 5, express your answer in lowest term if possible. To simplify the answer, change the improper fraction since 40/50 is improper fraction because dako ang numerator kaysa sa denominator. So again, to change it, change the improper fraction to mixed fraction by dividing the numerator by its denominator. So it would become 40 divided by 5 is equals to, so the answer is 8. The answer of the equation is 8. Okay, now in lesson number 2, dividing mixed fractions. Pareho ra ni siya, the same as lesson number 1, but only that mixed fractions siya. Unsa man ang mixed fractions? The fractions that has whole number. So let us study this problem. Anna will bake a cake for her mother's birthday. Each cake requires 2 1/2 cups of sugar. If she has 7 5/10 cups of sugar, how many cakes can she bake? The question is 7 5/10 divided by 2 1/2. Now first, k equals n. So we are going to solve the value of n of this equation. So step number 1, first, convert the mixed fractions to improper fractions. Since 7 5/10 and 2 1/2 is a mixed numbers, we are going to, or mixed fractions rather, we are going to multiply, or we are going to convert this to improper fraction. So meaning to say, we are going to multiply the denominator of the mixed fractions to the whole number and add the numerator, just like what we've learned from the past lessons. Okay, so after that, don't forget to copy the denominator of the mixed fraction. So let us perform. 7 5/10 is equals to 10 times 7 plus 5 over 10. So it would become 10 times 7 is equals to 70 plus 5 is 75 over 10, since we're going to copy the denominator. Okay? Now, the other mixed fractions, the 2 1/2. So same process. 2 times 2 is equals to 4 plus 1 is equals to 5. And then we're going to copy the denominator 2. So it would become 5 over 2. So the equation 7 and 5 over 10 divided by 2 and 1/2 is equals to n will become 75 over 10 divided by 5 2 or 5 halves equals n. Step number 2, get the reciprocal of the divisor. So the reciprocal of the divisor 5 halves or 5 over 2 is 2/5 or 2 over 5. So now, step number 3, multiply the dividend to the reciprocal of the divisor. So we are going to divide 75 over 10 divided by 5 halves equals n. So it will become 75 over 10 times 2/5. Since we get the reciprocal of 5 halves is 2/5, so ato si siyang i-multiply. Again, 75 over 10 times 2/5. So step number 4, multiply the numerators. So 75 times 2 is equals to 150. Then step number 5, multiply the denominators. 10 times 5 is equals to 50. So 75 over 10 times 2 over 5 or 2/5 is equals to 150 over 50. Okay, so step number 6, express the answer to the lowest term if possible. Most of you from the past lessons or the previous lessons, you did not express your answers to the lowest term again. If it is possible to express it to the lowest term, please express it. To simplify the answers, change the improper fraction to mixed fraction by dividing the numerator to its denominator. So let's say, for example, 75 over 10 times 2/5 is equals to 150 over 50. So we divide both sides by 50. 150 divided by 50 is equals to 3. Again, 150 divided by 50 is equals to 3. And then 50 divided by 50 is equals to 1. So 3 over 1 or 3. Or simply perform the division process. 150 divided by 50 is equals to 3. Did you get it? Therefore, Anna can bake 3 cakes. Okay, now in lesson 3, dividing simple fractions and mixed fractions. For example, in this problem, Lisa plans to make pillowcases. She bought 10.5 meters of cloth. She needs 1.5 meter for each pillowcase. How many pillowcases can she make? Would be, so 10 and 1/2 divided by 1/2 is equals to n. So always remember that 10 and 1/2 is the dividend and 1/2 is the divisor. Step number 1, first convert the mixed fraction to improper fraction by multiplying the denominator to the mixed fractions to the whole number and add the numerator. So same process. Don't forget to copy the denominator of the mixed fraction. So it would become 10 and 1/2 is equals to 2 times 10 is equals to 20 plus 1 is equals to 21. So there it goes. And then we copy the denominator, which is 2. So it would become 21 over 2 or 21 halves. So the equation 20 and 1/2 divided by 1/2 equals n will become 21 over 2 or 21 halves divided by 1/2 equals n. Now, step number 2. Get the reciprocal of the divisor. The reciprocal of the divisor, 1/2 is 2 and 1. So, ato ra lagi silang ibali. Okay? 1/2 is 2, 1. Mo na ay reciprocal sa 1/2, which is 2 over 1. Now, step number 3, multiply the dividend to the reciprocal of the divisor. So, the equation would become 21 over 2 divided by 1/2 will become 21 over 2 times 2 over 1 is equals to n. So step number 4, multiply the numerators. 21 times 2 is equals to 42. And the next step, multiply the denominators. 2 times 1 is equals to 2. So the answer is 21 over 2 times 2 over 1 is equals to 42 over 2. So we are going to express this to the lowest term. To simplify the answer, change the improper fraction to mixed fraction by dividing the numerator to its denominator. So simple ra. 21 over 2 times 2 and over 1 is equals to 42 over 2 or 42 halves or 21 over 1. Why? We are going to divide 42 into 2. So 42 divided by 2 is equals to 21, and then 2 divided by 2 is equals to 1. So 21 over 1 is equals to 21 itself. Or simply, 42 divided by 2 is equal to 21. Did you get it? So therefore, Lisa can make 20